Hello everybody, so today we're going to be bringing the Prince of Darkness back, and I really want to do this, especially after I saw someone on Twitch saying that this tower is bad in Chimps mode, which is something that I've actually seen here and there quite a bit. On top of that, I really don't see anybody using the Prince of Darkness that much anymore, which really baffles me because this is an extremely strong tower, especially for black borders, and even if you say it's bad on multi-lane maps, I'm going to be taking this on quad here, and we're going to be doing a bit of cash spare. It's going to be really fun with the Prince of Darkness. So it's just an insanely strong tower. It's really good with cleanup. You might have seen it go crazy on that video where I did Ray of Doom on Flooded Valley with Ezeli and Pod. I'm going to be taking Soda in this time, and we'll be having Soda take out the top side, and then we'll be doing Condor dragging, and then for everything else, Prince of Darkness can kind of just put zombie balloons everywhere, and it overlaps. As long as the Pierce gets taken out, it will be, or well, the Pierce will get capped. As long as the Pierce gets capped by the Prince of Darkness, then everything will be able to go down. A little bit of a mouthful there, but anyways, it's a really cool challenge. And I also have been not making videos. Well, I haven't had video come out for the last 2 days, just had some stuff going on. All of that should be cleared up now, so everything's good. Thumbs up. I'll be able to get a queue, and I do want to get a member video out at least today, so I'm going to be getting back into the groove of things. Hopefully it just happens here and there sometimes, like a random blip, so everything will be going good. For this early game, I do cheap out again and do like a Velociraptor. It's not the cheapest thing you can do. You can kind of go crazy and do a much cheaper early game to get even more cash spare, but I decided I'm just not going to deal with that. I go for an NG foam, which doesn't really waste any money because I'll be needing an overclock later anyways, so it's just the pin on there that I'm getting. And then the Velociraptor, that thing's kind of pricey, but it just makes the early game really easy, and I don't really have to worry about anything. Then on the top side, we just have a base back, which I'm not going to be upgrading any further. That's just for the early game. I might have been able to find something cheaper than that, but I use that. And then we alk buff Soda and get a jungle drums, and that can take out round 40, and we can proceed. I'm going to try to get Prince of Darkness before round 63, but that doesn't really end up happening here, just because it's too expensive and all. So I end up delaying it a little bit and getting it after I go for Condor and Ember at the top first, and then that will get me the Prince of Darkness a little bit later without much of any issues. So I think I'm going to come back in a little bit of time when something interesting happens. Enjoy some music. None of these rounds were really too difficult. Sometimes you just had to like watch out for abilities a little bit here and there, but nothing really too crazy. I get Prince of Darkness, and now we're going to be getting some other towers. So I have two ways that I can use Prince of Darkness here on quad. The first is to have the Prince of Darkness only be attacking the top lane, so it would go from the top right all the way to the top left and kind of just arc around, and it will only be on the top side with Sada, and then Condor will drag everything over to the other. Or I could have it go across the whole thing, which I'm going to be doing that mostly for the mid game. On round like stuff like 95, if I need to take out all that stuff like 91, we'll have it be going down at the bottom to be able to just clear all of that junk there. But if not, if there's stuff that's more heavy like a fortified BFB, I'll have to bring it to the top and we'll have Condor drag everything else. And then I'll need to get a first strike to take out ZOMGs in round 100. Of course, we'll be doing a double first strike on round 100, so I don't really have to spend much for round 100 on that. And then that first strike will also be taking out bottom ZOMGs, because unless I'm having the Prince of Darkness attack on all spots, it's not really going to be able to take ZOMGs out. So I'll be able to do that for I think like a few rounds, but really it doesn't work a whole lot. So I end up, you'll see on 98, I end up having to spend some money for that. But anyways, just get some more basic support and then push on, trying to get a decent amount of cash spare. I'm going to be going for like 65,000 cash spare, so that's a lot. We're going to be making sure Prince of Darkness is very strong to be able to do that, and I'll be overclocking Prince of Darkness mostly. So to put the question out there, do you use Prince of Darkness a lot? Because I'm kind of curious, and it's something that I really just, from looking around, maybe on like Reddit or Discord, not a lot of people are using this tower despite how incredibly strong it is. It's so good with taking out DDTs and cleaning up some random stuff. And if you haven't used it, you definitely should check it out, because it's just so good. And you kind of can see that here, even on a multi-lane map where people complain that it's bad on because it's a multi-lane map, it still can do an insane amount of work and destroy a lot of things. And with the amount of cash spare, that kind of proves it, because a regular damage tower, especially one that I guess is technically hindered on a multi-lane map, is not going to be like this powerful, being able to clear things such easily. And even though that Sada is pretty good, Sada really can't do a whole lot without getting an Energizer, which I guess you kind of can see from that one video where I did like, it's probably like the same, roughly the same amount of cash spare, but with Energizer. That's just kind of a gimmick of Sada though. But for a Black Warder, it's just such a good tower, and if you haven't used it, you definitely should check it out, in my opinion. But anyways, we're moving on here. The ZOMGs really are the hardest part about this. Everything else other than the ZOMGs can get killed rather easily, but the Prince of Darkness again just struggles on ZOMGs, so that's like a weakness that's easily reversible if you spent the money. But right here, we're not spending the money, so we're gonna have to deal with these ZOMGs the tough way. For round 97, I'm gonna make sure to get my abilities back and all, and also have a max graveyard. That's kind of easy because Prince of Darkness range just takes up the whole screen, so we'll be able to get the abilities back here for 98, like so. I mean, they aren't totally back, but enough. And then round 98, I was so close to beating this without spending any cash, but I ended up unfortunately giving in a little bit. So I got one Moab shove, and this allowed me to kind of just stall out the ZOMGs on the bottom side so I could get my first strike back up and all, and take them all out. It was very close, and I spent a very long time trying to beat 98 without spending cash, but again, I just ended up giving in and spending money, and that's, I guess, the way I ended up taking it out. The Moab shove, if I bought that earlier, I might have been able to cut some things. There's probably like a few things here that are cuttable. Definitely the Velociraptor and maybe some Owl cross paths or whatnot, all of that stuff. But it's still pretty good. I got a very good amount of cash spare. 62k definitely is an amazing amount. And then for round 100, of course, we just bring in that double first strike, and bam, there we go, 62,000 cash spare with Prince of Darkness on the multi-lane map that's also not great on, as someone said. And there you go, very cool. Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!